The American Colonies Act of 1766 abolished colonial slave codes and Negro laws 10 years before the Declaration of Independence in July 1776. The portrayal of black colonials as slaves and property after the American Revolution was designed to mask colonial slavery's criminality. The slaveholder Thomas Jefferson, in his notes on the state of Virginia in 1785, stated a revelatory truth. American slavery would have a corrosive influence, not only on the enslaved, but the enslavers, their descendants, and our nation. On this point, Jefferson stated, "Indeed, I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just, that his justice cannot sleep forever. The Almighty has no attribute which can take side with us in such a contest." Jefferson's insights have resonated across history. The Civil War, the Jim Crow era, the Civil Rights Movement of the 1960s, and even today's opposition to teaching actual American history in public schools. Together, this movement and others illustrate the persistent grip of slavery and the need for societal reconciliation. The enduring challenges surrounding diversity, equity, and inclusion today underscore the foresight of Jefferson's words and demand a more profound commitment to rediscovery of this nation's historical truths. First, rediscovery of the fundamental truth that the 500,000 enslaved black individuals in the 13 British colonies, when independence was declared in 1776, were victims of racial tyranny and despotism. Rediscover that colonial American assemblies lacked the legal authority to enact colonial slave codes. Rediscover Parliament's abolition of colonial America's slave codes and Negro Laws in 1766, and the Somerset decision affirming parliamentary sovereignty in 1772. These rediscovered facts, coupled with the founders' denunciation of King George III for abolishing our most valuable laws in the Declaration of Independence, constitutes dispositive proof of the abolishment of colonial slavery by July 1776. Furthermore, those 500,000 enslaved black individuals as British subjects were entitled to be set at liberty under the rule of law and the Treaty of Paris of 1783. Yet the United States denied them due process and liberty, exposing a profound betrayal of the principles upon which this nation was founded. Championing the fact that colonial slave codes and Negro laws were abolished before America's Declaration of Independence is not a mere academic pursuit, but a historic imperative. The reckoning of this nation with this alpha start point is essential to destroying myths and dismantling systemic inequities. It also lays the proper groundwork for data-driven policies, educational reforms, and the pursuit of historical accuracy. Rediscovering these truths is not an indictment of America's promise, but an acknowledgement of America's promissory note, which Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke of in his historic "I Have a Dream" speech. History is not merely a record of events. It is a guidepost for justice, equity, and the flourishing of future generations. And if the American experiment is to endure, it must confront the corrosive legacies of slavery. The Wells Center on American Exceptionalism has embraced this mission. As a public policy institute, it is committed to addressing the legacy of colonial American chattel slavery through initiatives like competitive speech programs and seminars examining its lasting impacts. These initiatives acknowledge that slavery has inflicted profound psychological trauma, not only on the enslaved, but also on enslavers, their descendants, and white America at large. This intergenerational trauma demands recognition, understanding, and ultimately reconciliation. Please share and visit our website at Wells Center on American Exceptionalism and look for future videos.